Before this story begins, do me a favor. If you enjoy realistic horror stories that feel disturbingly real, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It helps these stories reach more people who shouldn't be alone tonight. Now listen carefully, because this happened on Christmas night. People think Christmas is safe, warm, protected. That's the lie I believe too. Last Christmas, I volunteered to stay overnight at my parents' farmhouse while the rest of the family traveled to another town. Someone needed to watch the property, take care of the animals, and make sure nothing went wrong. By 7 in the evening, I was completely alone. The farm sat far from the nearest neighbor, surrounded by frozen fields and dead trees. Snow covered the ground in a thick, silent blanket. There was no wind, no animals, no movement at all, just silence. At first, it felt peaceful, almost comforting. I made myself dinner, turned on the television, and let soft Christmas music play in the background. Around 9 o'clock, something felt off. The dogs stopped barking. They never stopped barking, especially at night. The silence suddenly felt heavy, like it was pressing in on the house. I grabbed a flashlight and stepped onto the porch. The cold hit my skin instantly. The yard was empty, but the animals in the field were standing completely still, all facing the tree line. I followed their gaze, trying to see what they were looking at. That's when I heard it. A bell. Not a church bell, not wind chimes. Just a single, slow jingle, like something small being shaken on purpose. I told myself it was nothing. The wind. My imagination. I went back inside and locked the door. At 10 o'clock, the power went out. The music stopped. The lights died. The house fell into complete darkness. I lit a few candles and checked the breaker, but nothing was wrong. The generator outside should have turned on automatically. It didn't. Then I heard the knock. 3 slow taps on the front door. I stood frozen in place. No one ever came to the farm unannounced, especially not on Christmas night. I called out, asking who was there, but no one answered. A few seconds passed, then another knock. This one sounded closer, like knuckles dragging against the wood. I didn't open the door. Instead, I leaned toward the small window beside it and looked outside. There was no one on the porch, but in the snow, right in front of the door, were footprints. Bare footprints, leading from the tree line straight to my porch. And stopping there. There were no footprints going back. My phone vibrated in my hand. It was a message from my mother. She asked if I had left something outside, because they were hearing bells through the baby monitor back at the house they were staying in. They were miles away. There was no way they should have heard anything. Before I could reply, I heard something above me. Slow footsteps coming from the attic. Careful, heavy, moving from one side of the house to the other. My heart was pounding so hard I thought I might pass out. Then I heard a whisper, right above my head. Soft, calm, almost cheerful. Merry Christmas. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed in the living room with the lights on, holding a knife until the sun finally came up. When morning arrived, I found the attic ladder pulled down. Hanging from it was a small red bell, gently swaying back and forth, even though there was no breeze. The police found no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, no explanation. They told me stress can make people imagine things, especially when alone. But every Christmas since then, I still hear bells in my dreams. And sometimes, I wake up before they stop.